I'm listening to the radio on Friday. Um, Nothing here because we have no radio basically in the Bay Area, which I still can't believe. So I'm on my iPhone and I'm listening to WABC, which on the face of it, I wouldn't be listening because predominantly it's a talk station, but it has local talk, mostly right wingish, okay, syndicated, but it's got a local presence. They allow people to call up, even if you're not in simpatico with right wing issues, you can talk. It's a news talk station. It's an old heralded legacy WABC, 77 AM, and other formats, other frequencies. You have what was once a dead station that has been resurrected. Some Greek billionaire bought it and has made a go of it. I don't know if the guy's making tons of money, but so what? He's a billionaire. And he's done what a whole bunch of people I thought could do in San Francisco, the Bay Area. You would think the most billionaires on the planet per capita, but no. We have an election 5 months away. We have all these issues. We had something never happened before take place Thursday. A former president has been convicted, yet we had no outlet. We had no mainstream terrestrial outlet to talk about it, to vent, to commiserate, to analyze, to talk. Remember that? News talk. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the fourth, supposedly, largest radio market, San Francisco, the Bay Area. We don't have a talk station. Now, those of you who have watched me and read me, I think this is an abomination. I think it's a travesty that we don't have an outlet, a news talk outlet where we can talk, where people who'd be great, some of them are not my political cup of tea, but you know what? I've often said, if it's entertaining, if it's informative, if it's something that I can listen to and take part in, I'm going to listen. I'm going to consume. And there are so many people. How do I know? I get this every day. Emails. People. Rich, where's KGO? Where's the old KGO? Well, the old KGO is gone. That ship has sailed. I get that. There's nothing that we could do to bring back the old KGO, different era and all that. But as far as a news talk outlet, we have nothing. We have a little, little crappy little KQED that is not even worthy of bringing up. It's not even representative of what I'm talking about. Those of you who know me know what I'm talking about. Okay? We have all these issues, all these international issues, foreign, international, domestic, an election. We have the Donald Trump, President Trump when he was president, the indictment, the conviction. And what do we have for ourselves to do, to talk about it? Nothing. I'm glad you had me here. And don't laugh. I was here. I don't have the resources it takes. But you know what? I know there are people out there who watch me, people out there who have the financial wherewithal to do something about it. And look, whoever were to get involved in something like this is not about making money. I understand nobody wants to lose money. I wish we had the equivalent of a Jeff Bezos, the billionaire who runs Amazon, right? Who bought the Washington Post, or the Mexican billionaire. Although I'm not a New York Times guy, I'll give the guy credit. What's his name? Carlos Pickens, whatever his name. Carlos Slim. I thought of Slim Pickens. In any event, bought the New York Times, or owns a good majority of it. But I'm not talking about a newspaper now. In fact, the Times, with all its ilk and anti-Israel propaganda, it's supposedly doing very well, very profitable on its electronic version. I'm talking about a news talk station in the Bay Area. The fact that we do not have a news talk station is, to me, incredible. Ron Owens, Jim Dunbar, Dr. Don, Terry McGovern, all these people, all these great radio people. Some of them are still with us, some of them are not. But we don't have a news talk station. I heard through the grapevine that John Rothman, the Middle East historian, presidential guy, used to be on KGO, is livid, sick to his whatever, that he's not on the air talking about the election, talking about what happened with Trump on Thursday. And you would think somebody out there who has financial tentacles, and they do, by and large, would invest. It wouldn't be a lot of money in today's environment. Not a lot of money is needed. But folks, the idea, I keep saying this, I find it preposterous. It's almost ungodly, but there it is. I bring up WABC because this was a station that used to be one of the greatest. And it was languishing, though. And it lost a lot of its people, its infrastructure in terms of its zeitgeist and all that, people. And somebody, I'll give this guy credit, this great billionaire credit, who brought it back. And look, it's really a cool station if you could take away the political stuff. But even then, it's fine during the week. And on weekends, they do old-fashioned radio. They got Cousin Brucey on. They have old-fashioned shows with old-fashioned radio images and radio stuff. They have a Saturday night dance party. It's really, really cool. Not to mention the fact they've got news talk. Now, granted, you might be saying, hey, Rich, it's New York. Well, guess what? You're right. And this is the Bay Area, the fourth largest market. Not one single news talk station. KSFO, that's all canned. It's all right-wing, some of it non-live, syndicated programming. There's not one local show. Not one local show. It's unconscionable. I cannot fathom this. You mean to tell me that nobody out there who has the wherewithal, the money, we're talking about $5 million. That's like piss money, excuse the expression, but that's the apt description of what it is today. The money that is going around today in various endeavors. We do have a market. We have a lot of people out there who comment, who want to talk about issues. And, news talk, there are two forms of radio, which is dying, that are making it these days. Sports talk and news talk. And we do not have news talk in San Francisco. What a joke. What a complete, everyday running joke. On the face of it, too, there we have an election. An election and issues. Middle East. The Trump verdict. Local issues. San Francisco, a mayoral election. The state, Governor Newsom. All these things, the budget, and, that's not sexy, but other things are. And even if they weren't, you have a host, and there's a great plethora of really talented people, young, old, in the middle, that could do news talk. that also, I may add, have financial being, have cojones to get something like this off the project and into reality. It takes some doing, it takes some creativity, but you can get it done. You can. Excuse me. Like I choke. but sorry, live television. I was going to say radio. I wish. We need action, not reaction. We need action. I'm sorry, folks, but this is what happens when you don't have your water. So hold on, I'm going to do this because I can do anything I want, right? Oh, the magic of H2O. Most hosts would probably go, something went down the wrong tunnel. So forgive me, you're seeing me live and adding to my uniqueness. One second. I'm getting through this. Water is just eternally wonderful when you have it, especially when you need it and you're choking to death. Listen to WABC. You can get it online. This is not, I'm not doing a commercial for them. I guess I am, but I'm not getting a penny. It's just that I like listening to radio. It's my love, my most favorite format. It's immediate. It's community oriented, or at least it could be. Kind of like the old KGO. Remember that? Excuse me, folks. And the fact that it does not exist in format like News Talk in the Bay Area. Think about the Bay Area. I've said this a gazillion times now. Berkeley, Stanford, the birthplace of freedom of speech, politics, SF State, the demonstrations back in the late 60s and 70s, San Francisco, mayoral things, Governor Newsom got his start in the Bay Area, San Francisco, supervisor, then mayor, now governor, probably someday president. All these things, topics, Trump verdict, politics, all this discussion that we cannot utilize. Is that a crying shame? Is that bizarre? All this money. Look, Silicon Valley, billionaires all over the place where $5 million, and I'm using an estimate, where you can get a station. You could buy an LNA, which is a radio verbiage for, a frequency, set up something. And politics, I don't give a shit about that. You can have liberals, you can have conservative in the middle. Get a station. Get the KFRC frequency. Buy up one of the frequencies. They're out there. And they're not just on AM. They're on FM too. And don't tell me about going online, which I've done a gazillion times. I'm talking about something you can listen in your car, something that's immediate, that is Bay Area based. I don't care wherever it is. Most people these days, they listen online anyway, but I'm talking about a station where we can have some of our great folks, the communicators, the talk hosts, Rothman, people like that, Melanie Morgan. Let's have a political, all over the place, a political theater. I wholeheartedly endorse 77 WABC. It has panache. This guy, and they're 11th now in the overall ratings in New York. He brought this station that was DOA, that was just languishing, brought it back, and now it's magnificent. It's. I don't agree with a lot of the hosts that they have on there, but it's live, and they put music on, and they have syndicated talk. Okay, but they have the heart and soul of it is local news talk. And then on the weekends, they do a little music. Cousin Brucey, I mentioned They have Joe Piscopo. It's really a cool station. So yes, I'm endorsing WABC. Listen to it. Tell me what you think. I love feedback. And let me know what you think about a local version of a rebirth of WABC, not WNBC. And those of you who know about Howard Stern and movies and past history will know what I just did. Not WNBC, it's WABC. Thankfully, brought back from the death, and quite a news station, a news talk station that unfortunately we don't have in the Bay Area. I'm going to finish up with the fact, thank you for your contributions. Please donate to my site. You love me? Not really. You love my coughs? I know. Thank God. Thank God for water. But I'm live. I'm local. I'm pertinent. And I do appreciate donations to this site. I know a lot of you are not thrilled. I haven't written much, but I will one day soon, God willing. This is my livelihood right now. It's YouTube. And we were live today on YouTube. In case you're not watching live, whenever you're watching, thanks. Subscribe. Donate to Rich Lieberman. All of it beneficial, much needed, and much appreciated. And do listen to WABC. It's fantastic old-fashioned radio, news talk radio.